Hey everyone, I had some really good news yesterday. I got a letter from off the back of last Thursday when I went to see my GI doctor. I got a letter with an appointment for the follow up to start making plans of what we're going to do next. And unfortunately, it came through um, for a date when I'm actually going to be away and out of the country. So I phoned them up and said, "Is there anything, can we change the appointment? Is there anything else you can offer me?" And they initially said, "Oh, we can't put you in anywhere until September the 19th." And I thought, well, that's not ideal really, because I'm back down to a pretty low weight and I'm losing half a pound, almost half a pound a day at the moment. Um, so waiting another month just to see somebody, and then however long it would be until we actually implemented the plan that we made, would probably be at least a couple of months, and that really wouldn't be ideal. Um, and it was about 2:15 when I was talking to the lady, and she said, "Well, how flexible can you be? Because we've actually got an appointment this afternoon at 3:10." And I thought, well, crikey, this is going to be a bit of a rush, but let's give it a go. So I ran out the house, ran for the train, which absolutely knackered me. I spent most of the train journey breathless and trying to recover. I was having a pretty bad POTS day anyway, and that definitely didn't help, but I made it. I got there on time. I got to see one of the registrars from the GI team that I got on really well with, and is who I first saw back in April. And we had a talk about my situation and about what options there are going forward. One of them, of course, being TPN, which is a pretty drastic and last resort type of measure. The other option being the GJ tube. So we had a chat about that, and it was decided that that's what I am going to have. And it should be in about a month's time from now, which is really amazing. So I'm really lucky to have been able to rush to that appointment yesterday and actually make it, because otherwise I would have been waiting 3 or 4 weeks to make even this decision, and then another 3 or 4 weeks for however long the wait list is, because this is a procedure that they're going to do under general anaesthetic. So I'll be in hospital for another 2 or 3 days again. But it won't be as long as last time because I'm already set up with my feeds. I already know how it works. My tolerance limit has already been pretty well established. I mean, it wasn't working brilliantly, but I know that I can cope with 50 mil an hour. So they only need to keep me in for a couple of days just to make sure that the incision site heals well, and that I'm not in too much pain, and then I can go home and just get on with it. And he said that after 6 weeks, then they'll also change it to a low profile button. So I don't really know what kind of external fitting I'm going to have on the GJ to start with, because I've only ever seen them with pretty small buttons. There's obviously going to have to be 2 ports on it for draining and feeding as well. But yeah, I've only ever seen post-surgical J tubes where there's kind of about this much sticking out and it's just a tube. So if anyone has any information or knows of any pictures of what a post-surgical GJ is going to look like initially before they change it, please send me a link in the comments, because I'd really love to see that. So yeah, anyway, there's some really good news. And this afternoon I've got a regularly scheduled ECG because I am also on Ritalin for my ADHD. And they like to monitor your heart because Ritalin can give you a bit of tachycardia. And given that I'm on the domperidone and all the other medications for the nausea and the gastroparesis, it's probably quite useful to have these regular ECGs anyway. So that's it. That's my day. That's my week. And at the weekend, I'll be seeing my parents. It's looking good. I'm really glad that there's a plan in place. So yeah, drop me your comments and still send me your questions. And as ever, like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.